At the start of the year, no one really knew what was coming. 5 different classes and 5 different teams, with one shared mission: to tell the story of Liberty High School. But what we didn't expect was this year we would become our own story. Firstly, Yearbook didn't just document the year, they transformed how it's remembered. They took a different approach this year with a design that is not school colors and spreads that included nearly every student.
There's been yearbook colors, or school colors for yearbook the past 4 years, which makes sense in a way that because it's Liberty, but actually we found out that you aren't supposed to do that. It's supposed to be every 3 years, or 3 years is non-school colors and 1 year school colors. Well, we did the opposite somehow. We're not focusing on Liberty, we're focusing on the people of Liberty. So we do not need school colors to focus on the people at Liberty. This year's goal was to cover as many people as we can, which you would think, oh yeah, it's yearbook. Of course it's the goal to cover as many people as you can, but we've never really just like focused in on that. That was like kind of the thing this year, but that's what we based our theme around was, hey, we gotta make sure as many people as we can get into this book. From last year to this year, were like huge difference. Last year, I think it was like 40% of people who were only in the book or who were in the book more than once. And then this year, and it was like 20% of people who weren't in the book more than once.
Similarly to Yearbook, broadcast went bigger than ever before. They gained more subscribers in 1 year than the entire program's history. And for the first time, they live streamed every varsity football, soccer, and basketball game. They didn't just cover the action, they brought the school together to experience it live.
Earning as many subscribers as we did was a real big, pat on the back to the whole program. To reach a number that we did this year was not one man's work. It was just everybody contributing, and just month by month, it just grew and grew and grew. Launching them was a big step for publications. It was because we've done it before. In the past, we've had live streams that were kind of there, but it wasn't anything crazy. But this year we had graphics, 1080 quality, a full set of camera crews, multiple cameras, and just a whole bunch of different things that all went into it. And it's something that we've never been able to pull off before. But me, Wesley, Mason, Will, and Sophie, and everybody who contributed to cameras and everything like that really played a great part in it. And we were able to pull off something that I will forever be proud to say that we accomplished.
And then there's journalism, the foundation of it all. The class that used to be just an introduction became the launching pad. This year's group raised the bar, proving that beginners can be leaders as well.
Everyone is so close because you have to go out and interview and you have to be able to talk to people. So I think that has made more of a community, and Hall has played a big part in making this more of a community. Everything that everyone in the classes have done has just made it grow more. So
came into this class, I was like, I'll write about sports, and Paul's like, no, you're gonna talk about sports while they're panel.
yeah,
He's like, you guys have the kind of chemistry for it, and it's just so cool that everything's kind of worked out.
It's still interesting to reflect upon because, from where we are now, from where we literally was like 3 classes in.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you're going to be doing broadcasting.
Oh yeah, it's like an emotional high every time something is. Like you can go from talking about stats to me having to cut Wesley on because we have an interception or a pick six. I forget who it was. We had that pick six against Zumwalt East. And Riley DeCaro, the pick six where he literally just stole the ball out of the receiver's hand and ran it in for a touchdown. That was so electric.
Toppings hanging out in the pocket. Picked off by number 4. And it's gone. And that's it. And that's a touchdown. Eagles out of nowhere. Riley DeCarlo not only with 10 tackles so far. Out of nowhere, a pick 6. Stolen out of his hand.
Unlike videos, Magazine turned pages into art. With brand new creative direction, every cover and every spread was turned into bold and stunning statements. Every issue had its own personality, and it showed.
I mean, it is so rewarding when you see what your class put together and being able to sit with your class, look over your pages and be like, we did that as a team.
Because it's kind of tedious at times because you're looking at a page and you'll be staring at it for 30 minutes, just moving things back and forth like a centimeter, trying to make things fit. So it's just a lot of tedious work, but if you like it and you enjoy the outcome and you enjoy the people you're doing it with, like she said, it's really rewarding and it can be just a great experience.
Our class felt like a family. We're very, like, in past years, it's been very separated. And I think as an editor, it's important to set certain days that are just team bonding days, or you go over presentation. We had a lot of days where in between working on issue to issue, we'd have like workshop days such as, hey, this is what you need to fix on your grammar. This is what you need to fix on layouts, such as like making activities, something that really just brings the class together and helps mix like the flow of ideas.
And lastly, online news took major steps this year on lhstoday.org. This is where every student publishes their stories, photos, and videos. This site has earned multiple Best of Show and Best of Snow awards, the most we've ever received in 1 year. But other than the awards, the site's design, audience engagement, and visual content have improved dramatically, making it a true reflection of how much the team has grown.
What I heard people talk about, and especially Paul, our advisor, talk about, is how much the website changed as a whole. Design-wise, it's changed a lot. Even story-wise, it's changed a lot. But the whole structure of it in general has changed. And something new that we did this year was a story checklist, and I think it gave more of a perspective for students to see like where the story's progressing and along with everybody else's, and I think that was probably the biggest change. I mean, at the beginning, we had a lot of new people come in that maybe didn't take journalism, which normally journalism kids flow into online news. And so that was the biggest thing because they didn't know how the structure of how to write a story. And so teaching them the basics first and like what's a good headline and how the story's set up and teaching them AP style was kind of step one. And then it just kind of progressed from there. Now we're kind of at where, especially at the end of the year, they know how to write stories and they know the structure for everything. So it's just over time they learn.
Each one of these classes changed. It was no longer just about writing, filming, designing, or reporting. It was about believing we could do more and share the story we know that the students have. And if this was the year of change, just imagine what's next.